What's up, everyone? We're back. It is B. Avery here with another episode of Just My Opinion. We are talking Love is Blind Season 3. This is episode 7. It is getting pretty good. Title, Impress the Parents. More meetings with family and friends lead to soul searching. At a bar night, a particular conversation at the pool party makes waves all over again. Man, this is getting messy. This is getting messy. Guys, of course, this is going to be spoiler filled. That is your warning. And if you haven't liked the video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, helping me reach 50K. And if you haven't seen my previous recaps of each episode, all that is on my channel, links in the description. You can subscribe and you can get all of that. But guys, let's go ahead and get into this goodness right here. The last episode, episode 6, it ended with Alexa's dad like, hey, we got to have this conversation man to man. I want to let you know that Alexa is not going to stay married to no chump. And then it cuts the credits. And now that is exactly how the episode is starting off with Brennan, the 31-year-old sales manager. And I do like him. He seems like a genuine dude. He seems like he is hardworking and that he has a past. He's like, look, we grew up, we didn't have that much money. We didn't have any heat. We didn't have no coal or nothing like that. And so I'm not going to be able to buy you all this and stuff right now, but I do have a plan. What did he say? He's like a water chemical engineer and makes decent money now. And so I like that. So right now I am feeling Brennan, and like most people out there, they are happy with this couple that he has with Alexa right here. But I do like the conversation that he is having with the dad. This is quite nice right here. I'm getting good vibes from the dad too. And he just saying, look, man, if I see you effing around and slacking off, I'm gonna let you know. And I like that. You gotta be honest with them. I mean, you gotta tell them the truth. You gotta lay those I can't even talk right now. Just that foundation, you have to lay that down. And I respect it. And he's not smiling either. I like the confessions as well. Now, y'all help me out with this. I don't really get what they're doing with the knives or something. That kind of just flew over my head because he was like, hey, Alexa's telling me that you want to transition over to Judaism. And he's like, oh, you got the knives. And so I don't really get this right here, this big Bowie knife or whatever. Maybe you guys can help me out with that. I feel like I should know what's going on. But to be honest with you, I'm a bit confused right here, not really knowing what that means. But hey, help me out in the comments respectively. But I do like this interaction right here between them two. I think that this is going to be a good thing, and hopefully they do last for quite some time. But next we have Matt and Colleen, and Matt, she is meeting his side of the family, and I love it. I like the mom and all of that, and it was just a nice like Kodak moment of the mom just kind of like, hey, let me go take this purse right here and go put it in the back. It's going to be in the bedroom. Oh, can I go to the restroom? Oh, yes. And they go to the restroom and just, have their little powwow in front of the refrigerator. But even before we get to this right here, I mean, I don't know. I'm just getting good vibes and all that stuff. Seems like he has a nice family and, he's happy and, had a good upbringing and all that. I like this, but the fact that Matt was like, hey, I love this woman, Colleen, and everything is on cloud 9 and we were having such a good time. And that would scare me if we're just doing so well and we never had any type of conflicts. But we did have a conflict. We're working it out right now. And I'm glad that we got that early on just to kind of see, how we would handle a problem if it were to arise. And everybody did agree with that there. And I do like it. But I also want to know from you guys, do you think that Matt is tripping? Do you think that he blew it out of proportion with the conversation that Colleen was having with Cole at the pool party? I am on the fence right now. I don't blame him for getting upset, but I'll talk about that a little bit more, but that was just kind of on my mind right now. But again, I do like the vibes that I'm getting from the mom right now. That's just quite interesting to me. I like it. I like it. I really like it a lot. But I'm speaking about the mom. Colleen, she just doesn't seem like she's, ready for marriage. Like, I just don't think that she's all the way in. I'm not trying to judge this woman. I just think that she just needs a bit more maturing to do, and which is fine. Most people aren't ready to get married when they're 25. They have to still kind of determine who they are, and that's for everybody across the board. And so I'm not saying that Colleen is a bad, evil person. I just don't think that she's there, maturity wise, but I could be wrong. You guys let me know what you think, but I don't know. I'm pretty confident about that right there, but hopefully they can make it work. Now, Zanab and Cole and Zanab, like, I don't know if they're just doing this for TV or not, but I just don't understand why you would bring a woman back to your house with it looking this bad, with it looking this dirty. I mean, come on, bro. Like, even if the floor is not mopped and swept and all of that, you can at least pick up some clothes. Like, you got the clothes down here on the ground by the trash can. I mean, I don't get it. That the little trash bag there is not a big deal, but come on, you got drawers on the TV or whatever. They showed I don't even have a picture of it because I don't want it was just kind of gross to me. But you had like flies in the toilet or in the sink and had dirty. It just come on, man. Like really, there's never been a time in my life to where no, actually there was two times because it was just a point to where I just didn't give a damn. I wasn't trying to impress nobody. It's like you can come over here, but my place is like crap, But other than that, there has never been. I mean, God, I remember having these conversations when we was high school. And I didn't lose my virginity in high school, but when dudes start having sex in high school and they was having those conversations, I just remember them like, okay, if you bring a woman over, bro, you bring a girl over, you got your spot got to be spotless, perfect. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to get in there, and this is a grown ass man, but he got crap everywhere. I'm not judging. I mean, and the thing is, like I said, it don't even have to be perfectly swept, mopped, and dusted and all of that, and maybe a couple of dishes in the sink, but they just made it seem like he just didn't give a damn. So that was just kind of interesting to me right there. But this was a nice, sweet gift that he got from his folks, the 25-year time capsule. I kind of wanted to do something like this too. I still may do that, but this was quite nice. I did like that a lot. And he said that he got this at the perfect time of his life because he had just came from a divorce. And I think he said that they were dating for 2 months and then got married and then was only married for 4 months or something like that. But it was all under 6 to 8 months, but so he got this nice little time capsule gift. And yeah, that's, I'm just still dumbfounded, like why you would bring, like, come on, man. Like, that don't make no sense. His place was dirty as hell. Like, come on. That's just, I don't know. Part of me is just thinking that's just not realistic, but I could be wrong. You guys let me know what you think. That's just kind of weird to me. But now we have Bartise and Nancy and Bartise, and they are meeting his mom and dad. And I forgot that he was black and white, but dad is black, mom is white, and they are coming in through the door right now. And his sister, Amalia, is beautiful. I do like her. She is a very gorgeous woman, a beautiful family. And this is interesting. They brought up the conversation of abortion, and that is an important conversation to have to get all the perspectives. I understand Nancy's perspective. I understand Amelia's perspective, the sister, and how she got all emotional. But these are core fundamental things right here, and we're definitely going to be talking about that later. But I do kind of like the awkward silence that was going on during this conversation because these are real things that people go through, and if somebody does not grow up or have the same beliefs you can, it can be awkward. But what's nice is that people are able to talk and discuss and lay everything out there and just to kind of show where they're coming from. And that's great. That's how it should be. And so I'm glad that it was a good, healthy conversation. It was necessary. And I like the way it played out for the most part. And now we have SK and Raven and SK. Interesting. I didn't know, man, she got that little booty sticking out back there. I don't think it was sticking out that much before, but it's nice. But I didn't know that she was black and white either. I didn't know what race she was, but she said that. And nothing wrong with this. I was expecting to meet everybody's parents. We don't know her situation. Maybe they're not here, and that's none of our business. If she wanted us to know, she could. But we're meeting her friends, and I was liking all of this. I like the honesty as well. And look at Raven right there. That just, it's funny. I'm glad that they're, having fun. But I like that they were really honest. The friends just like, look, this woman here, little I know about Nigerians is they want to marry Nigerian women only. And I don't, they didn't say only. I don't know how true or false that is. Of course, I'm not Nigerian and I'm not an expert myself. But she was like, if you're expecting to come home with 8 meals and your clothes done and folded, that's not realistic. That's not the reality that Raven's going to live right now. You will probably make it home more than her because of her lifestyle. But then when they started talking about the marriage and the school, it says, yeah, they're not feeling it. It was just too much. I don't know. Now, I'm not saying that this is not going to work because my current employer, I remember the first day or second day I was on a job. And this was, coming up, next month it'll be 4 years. I was having a luncheon with my immediate supervisor and my boss's boss. Now, my boss's boss has to be at least above 65, if not in her 70s. Well, I'll just say she's at least in her 60s. I would be surprised if she was any younger than that. And she's been married to her husband for such a long time. And she said at one point in their marriage, I can't remember if it was the beginning or the middle, she says that her and her husband lived out of state from each other for a few years and was still able to make it work because he had a passion that he wanted to pursue in life and she had a passion that she wanted to pursue in life, and they didn't want to resent each other and they didn't want to settle, and they was both like, well, I still love you, I still want to stay married, you know, and I don't want us to split up, but I want to stay here to do this, and you know, and vice versa, you know, we both have our passions out of state. And they was able to make it work, and they live together now in the same household in Dallas. And I just know that because, you know, I went over once for like a what's it called? Not a fish fry, but a potluck, you know, or some type of celebration. And you know, I met the husband then, but they was able to make it work. She gave details to where they had a rule to where they had to talk on the phone every day for like at least 30 minutes or at least an hour. And yeah, and she said, well, she didn't actually use these words, but she says that it intensified their interaction when they finally met. And if you read between the lines, of course, she's not going to say this on the job, you know, but she was like, you know, it made the sex life very interesting, you know, when they finally were able to meet up. So I'm not saying that it's impossible. However, the friends right here are saying that they don't think it's going to work. And I want it to work, but I'm not confident that it will. You know, we was all skeptical about Raven and SK at the very beginning. Then they started being physically and intimate and stuff. But now with the schooling and all that, you know, I don't know if it's going to work, but hopefully it does. Hopefully it does. And we will see. We will see. We will see. And now we have Alexa and Brennan. Brennan and Alexa. We met Alexa's parents, and now we're going to meet Brennan's parents. And they just cool, chilling, kicking back, got their garden out there, got their vegetables, got their little farm animals. And man, I can't get mad at these people. Cowboy hats, got the boots on, feet kicked up, chilling like some villains, you know, in their shade. And I'm not mad at none of that. And I also like this, Rhonda's mom, or Brenda's mom, Rhonda, talking about the way that was brought up is what you don't kiss on the first date. You only talk. And I like that. That's, you know, I mean, you don't have to do that if you want to, but I kind of think that's kind of cool. You guys can let me know what you think. And she's asking these very, you know, intimate questions like, okay, how did you feel when y'all first kissed? And, you know, these are important questions to ask. And I like that it's kind of old school, traditional in a way. I don't know if you may find that unorthodox or not, but I like it. I thought it was pretty cool. And so you guys let me know if you agree or disagree or have done anything like that. And, you know, what are your goals for the next 5 years? Very important questions. I'm liking all of it. I think that Brennan and Alexa and Brennan are going to make it, and it makes me happy. It makes me happy. But next, we have Mr. Bartise and Miss Nancy back at the crib. And it's interesting the way that they're editing this right now, because they could have spent the past 4 to 5, 6 hours together. But as soon as we see them, they're making it seem like he's being a jerk because he's at the computer dialed in with the headphones on. You know, they could have just got done smashing. But Nancy is talking about how, you know, he's kind of being distant and things. And the physical, he's like, my sister is skeptical about me and Nancy's relationship, especially, you know, he's talking about the abortion stuff, but their physical attraction is not there for me anymore. And I am on the, like, oh man, this is tough. Like, you cannot help who you are attracted to. But I feel like as a man, part of being a man is this core. Don't make excuses, get shit done. I mean, if somebody be like, hey, B, you know, what is your definition of a man? Those would be the first things that come out of my mouth. When it comes to a relationship, and I didn't make this up myself, I heard a woman, it was a Hispanic woman that I heard say this on some TV show or movie years ago, and I agree with it. She was like, also, a true man is man enough to let a woman go. You know, if he don't string her along. Let's push the shit. You know, let her, if you know that she's not the one for you, let her know. I feel that may be the case with Bartise right now. Because if you're just stringing her along, bro, and you're just not attracted to her, you know, that's just not going to work. However, if you are into fitness, bro, and she is just not there. I mean, Nancy, you know, she's cute. You know, she got a cute little body on her. You know what I'm saying? She's not as bad as Raven, but whatever. And again, it's in the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But if you're a fitness instructor, you know, encourage her to go to the gym. You know, help sculpt her body the way you want it. You know, be you know, positive about it. Don't be like, oh, you gotta lose this fat. You fat. You know, don't no. But you can be encouraging in a nice, respectful way, and that's just one way you can go about it, man. You know what I'm saying? And so she will love and respect you more for that. But she's saying that it's quite awkward, and she's, you know, crying and being emotional, and it's just really interesting the way they're editing things right now. But yeah, I don't know if they're gonna make it, you know, but it's just kind of sad. And she's like, I just wish he loved me the way I love him. And so you guys let me know what you think, but I don't like to see Nancy crying like this. It is kind of, you know, hurting my feelings too. So, you know, let me know what you think about that as well. But now, guys, the producers want to be messy. Like, yes, let's start up some more drama and have all the couples meet back together. Ratings. Nah, but they're meeting back up, and this is cool. I kind of like when they're all together. But, you know, a mess is going to happen, and people are going to be talking and exposing notes and all of that. And look, here your girl right here's a nab. Man, she looks beautiful right here. He was like, Colleen is absolutely my type. Man, you got to just watch those words and the way you deliver it, man. It's just, you know, stuff I learned a long time ago. Everybody learns at different times and all that. But, yeah, Zanab, this conversation right here is where the crap hit the fan. Now, I will say, Zanab is so insecure and just not proud of how she looks. Zanab looks sexy as hell to me right here. Me personally, while Colleen is attractive, I am more attracted to Zanab. You know, I just am, you know. And so it's crazy because while a woman may think, oh, this guy doesn't like me this way, he likes another girl more than me, so effing what? There is going to be a guy that's going to like you more than that other girl that you're comparing yourself to, and that's normal. You know, like TMI information right here. I remember in college, it was this guy I knew, and I don't remember how we was exchanging notes, but at 2 different times, we found out that we was talking or talked to the same woman, like girl A and girl B. Like at one point in time, I was talking to girl A, and then like maybe a year down the line or 6 months down the line, I was talking to girl B. And then at some other time in life, he was also talking to that same girl A, and at another time talking to the same girl B. Let's just say I slept with girl A and he slept with girl B, but girl B wouldn't let me sleep with her, but girl A wouldn't let him sleep with her. And you know what I'm saying? And so I forgot the way we found it out, but we were just like, oh man, so the girl that I wanted to sleep with and she wouldn't give me none, she gave you some. And then he's like, man, but the girl I slept with, you know, or the girl I wanted to sleep with wouldn't sleep with me, but she would sleep with you. And it was, we kind of looked at each other and laughed like, hey, we like that. We like dapping each other up. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the thing, you know, like it's just like, everybody's gonna be attracted to something different, and it's all in the you know, it's all the beauty's in the eye of the beholder. But let me just try to clarify in case somebody try to rip me up in the comment section. Let's just say let's say the man is named let's just use Matt here and say, you know, you know, at one point in time I hollered at Colleen and Zanab, and Matt hollered at Colleen and Zanab. So Zanab let me have sex with her. She let me hit. She let me smash. She's like, Brennan, I want to give you some, you know, but she would not give Matt any. But then I tried to have sex with Colleen too, but she wouldn't give me any, but she would give, you know, Matt some. You know what I'm saying? And like, I hope that makes sense. But that was, oh, how was I? 19, 20 years old? That was damn near 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Zanab, chill out, man. You are attractive. I'm not mad at you because the conversations were inappropriate, but you know, I'm still not mad at you guys for feeling the way you were. But yeah, this conversation right here made everything hit the fan, and that was just that was bad. And in the real world, whatever happens. Yeah, that line right there was just bad, and they both called that out. But now we have Cole, and they're all meeting up, and everybody's kissing. But just all of a sudden, all the older people start popping up, and Andrew. Producers, why y'all trying to create some mess and bring these old flames back in so feelings can flutter? You're like, come on, they're trying to create that drama. They're trying to get them ratings up, you know. It's expected, you know. They know what they're doing, but this is interesting. But this conversation is inappropriate to me. It is, and I don't know if I would have did this if I was Bartise, but came over there. But I forgot exactly who, but I think for Andrew to ask the question like, "Hey, do you have any regrets? How do you feel about me?" I just think that was not appropriate at all. It's just, you know, I'm really glad with Nancy and how she's like, I don't have any regrets. I'm happy I told you no, and I'm happy I said yes to Bartise. But this was just inappropriate conversation and awkward as soon as your boy Bartise came over there, you know. And so I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, that is his fiance. And it's interesting is he wasn't feeling her. You know, Nancy said that he went from giving her hugs and 10 forehead kisses a day to only 1 or 2. She asking for a hug. He's like, you're needy. And, you know, but now he wants to jump over there and be like, oh, what you doing with my girl? But at the same time, he did make a kind of a valid point later on. He was like, okay, look, you may not be attracted because look, even if, and let me say it like this. I got a friend that's married. He's been married at least 10 years and he's in shape. He works out. But at one point in time, he said that he was getting fat. And he was like, he told me, he was like, yeah, Brennan, I can't do this to my wife. I need to go back in there and get, you know, back in shape. You know, this is not the man that my wife married. And I say that because while you're in a relationship, you can, I mean, you're still gonna love the person, but you can, I guess, not lose physical attraction for them if they just kind of let themselves go. And there's nothing wrong with that, in my opinion. And I say that because nobody is perfect, okay? And I'm not saying that people settle, but you may have you may like all these qualities in your partner, in your spouse, you know, but they may not be in the best shape. That doesn't mean that you still don't love them and don't want to be with them, you know. Like, let's just pretend that you have a flat stomach and your wife doesn't. You may want her to because you do, but that still doesn't mean that you don't love her and you don't care for her, and you still may be physically attracted, you know, to her. But that's something that like in Bartise's example that he had to overlook. You know, okay, she may not be as physically attractive as I'm used to, but she still has all these other great qualities. However, but that's one hurdle that he has to overlook. But on top of that, she added the whole mortgage with the ex thing and then the abortion thing. So it's like, okay, I already had to overcome the physical thing, but now I have to overcome that you still have this relationship with your ex. We have fundamental disagreements as far as abortion. And then what if something else comes up? What if, okay, we have different religions or spiritual beliefs? And then like, what if we have different financial goals, etc.? You know, you keep piling on, those feelings are going to fade. You know what I'm saying? I was able to deal with 1 or 2 things, but now there's 7 hurdles that I have to overcome. And so I think that is realistic, but still, I feel he could still have handled this much, much better, in my opinion. You guys let me know what you think about all that, because, and again, this whole conversation with Andrew there, it was just inappropriate. And it's also, I thought that the way they edited the preview before these episodes came out, when they was showing Bartise and Nancy arguing, I thought that they was done and Nancy called Andrew, but that's not the case. They invited everybody back. So that is interesting right there. You guys let me know what you think. But yeah, they're having this conversation again, Matt and Colleen and Matt. And Colleen is over. She's like, I thought we was behind this. You know what I'm saying? I thought we put this behind us. And he's like, no, it still bothers me. And it's just because of the conversation that he had with Zanab. And so I'm on the fence. I was team Matt at first, but now I'm on the fence. You guys let me know what you think. But yeah, your girl right here, Kimberly, the black chick, I wish she would have made it. She is very attractive as well. You know, I mean, she's very attractive. I'm not the biggest fan of the straight hair, but whatever. I mean, she still is very attractive. And now we have Zanab and Cole and Zanab. And Zanab is like, I will say, Cole was putting on a display. I didn't believe a word that was coming out of his mouth. It seemed artificial. And Zanab called him on that, and I'm not mad at that at all. I'm really not. but it was interesting. They're getting along right now, SK and Raven and SK. And yes, it is inevitable. They had to have this conversation. And the kicker right here is the where he was like, Cole was like, she was appeasing me, just trying to be nice. That I kind of believe that. But he said that she didn't say whatever happens, happens. That is a big deciding factor right there, because if she did say that, that's highly inappropriate, and I would be Team Matt. But Cole cleared it up and be like, no, she didn't say that. And, maybe, she didn't say whatever happens, happens. Yeah, so maybe it wasn't as a big deal. But I'm glad they had this conversation. He looks really upset right here, but this was a straight up, genuine, nice man-to-man conversation to air things out, and I like the way it was handled for the most part. You guys let me know if you agree or disagree, but they got that little handshake right there. That's nice. That's nice. I like it. That's how you handle things. You talk like me and you talk it out. So that's what's up right there. Now, your girl, Nancy, does look cute in this black dress right here. I was like, oh, that's quite nice. I like that. And she looks so innocent right here. That's just, she has that sweetie persona about it, and I like it. And she just looks so cute and beautiful right there. I like it. I like them lips right there too. That's quite nice. He looks annoyed, but they was laying it all out. And this is what I was talking about before about, talking about the mortgage and the ex-boyfriend and the abortion stuff. And so that's interesting how they worked all that out. And, I feel sorry for Nancy, but your boy Matt is mad because your girl went to the club and he's trying to pack his bags. It's like, I'm done. And I don't know if he's blowing things out of proportion, but we don't know what happened. We don't know if they got into a fight and he's leaving out information, but I will feel some type of way if it's 2:30 a.m. on a Wednesday morning and my fiance is out in the clubs when she said, I will meet you at the crib. And she's like, no, I want to go party. It just, I don't know how I feel about that. And your boy Bartise is trying to calm him down, and all that. And, like, you tripping, and I wish I could be in your situation. I don't understand that at all, because he's been so upset and angry, but maybe he just saying that because he's more attracted to Colleen. But is Matt tripping? Is he blowing things out of proportion? You guys let me know. Will they make it or will they not? But right now he's like, I don't think there is no effing way that I can marry this woman. Damn, Gina. Damn. You guys let me know what you think, if they are going to make it or not. Well, guys, there you have it, my recap and review for episode 7, season 3 of Love is Blind, titled Meet the Parents or Impress the Parents. I forgot exactly what the title is. What is it? Impress the Parents. You guys let me know what you think. And if you want to go back and watch all my other recaps, if you have it, just click right here on the screen. Subscribe to my channel. Help me reach 50K subs. If you do, you'll get movie reviews, spoiler movie reviews, series reviews, Love is Blind, The Watcher on Netflix, Jeffrey Dahmer, Atlanta, a weekly movie news roundup show, some interviews, and like I said, streaming shows, Atlanta, She-Hulk, Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Rings of Power, all that good stuff. But guys, again, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that my name is Brennan Keith Avery, and that's just my opinion. Peace.